Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. Super Bowl 57 is in the books. LVII finito. The 2022 NFL season is officially over. Finally, we can move forward and get into some new 49ers talk. We're going to break this Super Bowl down. We're going to talk about our likes, our dislikes of the whole evening. It's going to be fun. And the question of the day: were the 49ers right about the Eagles all along? Let's talk about it right here on the Wayne Breezy Show.
Breezy this, breezy that. They know I'm gold-blooded. I got the Niners on my back, you know. Breezy this, breezy that. Ain't nobody working like Breezy, and that's a fact. Overmotivated is an understatement. Gold-blooded to the core, got your squad hating. Breezy make it look easy. Breezy on everything like 05, 067 Wheezy. This is not a game. Yeah, we faithful in every way. And even though we on the East Coast, very loyal to the Bay. Heavy red and gold every day. And if you really a Niner fan, I know you can relate. Applying pressure with this content like Smaller Bear. We not accepting no slander about Trey, so beware. I stay in exclusively Niner hats. And I always tell the truth, this exclusively Niner facts. Breezy this, breezy that. They know I'm gold-blooded. I got the Niners on my back, you know. Yeah. Breezy this.
What's going on, faithful? It's your boy Wayne Breezy. It's Monday. It's Monday. What's good, everybody? There's not much I got to say. I mean, there was no 49er talk for the past couple of weeks, but I'm going to have a chance to talk about this Super Bowl in its entirety with you guys. Thank y'all so much for tuning in. I appreciate you for being here. I got to give a morning shout out to all the members of the channel. I see a lot of you guys are in here early. Shout out to Peachy. She says, good morning, everyone. Miss Debbie's in the building. What's going on, Miss Deb? Good morning, Wayne. Blessings to all those joining this fine Monday morning. Please remember to hit that like button. She was the first person to mention hitting that like button. I didn't even get a chance to mention it. Thank you, Miss Debbie. Raphael 5629 says, good morning, Breezy, and everyone. I appreciate you. John, you used to be a member. I must have pissed John V off. For some reason, his name don't light up in a color anymore. John, I love you. I just want you to know that. If I pissed you off, my bad. I'll work on it. Mike, what's going on? Good morning. Brandy's in the building. Good morning, Breezy. What's going on, B? It's good to see you. Miss Jacqueline Knox is in the building. On top of that, she also gave the first contribution for today's show. She gets the first foghorn of the day. She says, YouTube, please post my other super chat. Stop playing with me, period. Good morning, Breezy and faithful, and make sure y'all hit that like button and become a member. So she's telling everybody to join. I don't know what YouTube did with your super chat. I don't know. For some reason, it's not here. YouTube, you heard the woman. Fix it. Fix it. Fix it, fix it, fix it. Sean, you know what? We got some super chats early, so let's go ahead and get to it. Sean says, hit foghorn for Sean. How about them Beagles? LMBO. I don't think I've ever in my entire life, and I understand, like we don't want to say bad words, but I don't think I've ever heard LMBO. That's so cool. Laughing my butt off. So dominant. Listen, man, Brandon Aiyuk started it. We're going to talk about that. Deebo put the cap on it and sealed the deal. Everybody was giving him hell. People thought that the 49ers were sitting out there just, throwing smoke out there. And oh my gosh, it's crazy. If I didn't get a chance to shout you out and you remember, my apologies. Keep posting stuff. Don't forget, when you become a member, a lot of your comments become priorities. So I see Troy's in the building. Wilfredo's in the building. What's going on, fam? It's good to see you, my brother. What up, homie? I knew Philly was faking. I'm more and mad now that our quarterback got hurt. Oh, this is what the 49er players were talking about the whole time. This is probably going to be that episode where I'm just going to talk. Hold on, let me find my button. It's too early. I'm going to talk about Philly fans. Look, I tweeted out earlier this morning that no disrespect to the Eagles, because I had no disrespect to the team. I thought they were the best team in football. Their record clearly showed it. They played really well the majority of the season. But here's the thing about the Beagles or the Feagles or the Schlegels or whatever it is you want to call them. Their fans suck. The majority of them are trash. I know a few personally cool peoples. That's because they my peoples. Some of the ones I met at the game were all right, but man, I'm talking about the majority over the minority, and the majority of the fans are trash. Now, I got to get to the formalities of the show. Breezy This, Breezy That is available on all music platforms. Shout out to my man Lake City Fresh. We are working on an album, so it's about to be crazy. Him, myself, and fair to God, they're producing this album for me. It's going to be crazy. I finally get to get back in the studio and do my first passion, which is music. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe right here on YouTube at The Wayne Breezy. The link is there too. The link will also be in the description of the show. Speaking of YouTube, I got to talk to you guys about YouTube really quickly. I'm doing shorts, so make sure you pay attention to the shorts that I'm putting out. They're not long videos. They're 10 to 60-second clips. Please, I need your support. If you see a short, it's like a reel. If you see a short and you have your alerts set to all, make sure your alerts are on all, right? And you see a short pop up, like it, comment, subscribe, share it, copy, paste it, flip it, touch it, work it, make it, leave it, touch. Remember that song, Pregame? I forgot. Was that Missy? I don't remember. But make sure you do everything you do like you normally do. It's not a live show. It's just a breezy clip, right? So some of them are going to be clips of me. Some of them are going to be highlight clips. Some of them are going to be like clips of the players speaking on different various shows. I need y'all help, man. That's what I'm getting into in this off season. So please do that. I truly would appreciate it. And if you really like what you see and you want the extra perks, please join the channel, become a member today for the low price of $2.99. Can't beat it, right? All right, $2.99. All right, subscribe to the podcast as well. The Wayne Breezy shows on Apple Podcasts, on Spotify Podcasts. All right, if you like exclusive content, because I've been going back and forth what to do on my Patreon, and I figured it out. It's going to be exclusive content, and it's going to be a couple of videos every week, and then there's different packages that's going to give you different things. Now, Patreon is cool. I love everything about Patreon because I could literally be everything I want to be on there with no holes barred, right? So check it out. Exclusive content, patreon.com/Wayne Breezy. Make sure you go there. That's where I'm going to be putting up the exclusive stuff for you, all right? If you want to see exclusive shows, that's where you want to go. All right. Don't forget to follow on Twitch. If you're still on Twitch, I appreciate it. If you on Twitch, don't forget to follow here. And if you have Amazon Prime, use it. Subscribe to the channel. I can use the subscribers on Twitch as well. And it's free with your Amazon Prime account. All right. Twitter, make sure you follow and you can subscribe on Twitter. I am working on a campaign to be more interactive with my subscribers on Twitter. So that's going to be really cool. It's something you're going to want to check out. If you're a subscriber, I think it's like $4.99 a month. If you have it, please, I appreciate it. If you don't have it, I still appreciate your regular tweets. But I'm going to start putting my major takes only for the subscribers. All right. So it's going to be really cool. Make sure you go ahead and subscribe to that to get that one-on-one interaction. And then Instagram and Facebook is at The Wayne Breezy. If you're a dinosaur like me, go to Facebook, man. My Facebook page is actually starting to pick up traction, and it's because of you. All right. So I'm going to be doing something special for those that join the Patreon page, as well as the Instagram is picking up traction. Shout out to my managers over there at Instagram. You know who you are, Eric, Peachy, Steve. I appreciate everything you guys are doing for the Instagram. Thank you. I just wanted to give you guys your flowers. Being that it's Valentine's Day weekend, boom. I ain't personally giving y'all flowers, but I'm giving you flowers. The website's up and running, and here's the cool thing about the website. It's going to be updated shortly. Shout out to Ty, who's going to be the new webmaster of the site. Appreciate you, Ty. But here's the cool thing. The shop is there. So, all right, if you're a member, all right, go to the shop. All right, now check this out. The shop is www.twben.com/shop. And if you're a member of either the Patreon, the YouTube, or if you're a subscriber on Twitter, you will get the promo code. All right, the promo code will help you save 10%. Now that the code expires the 17th of February. So make sure you take advantage of that. You'll get the Wayne Breezy apparel. People have been asking me, what is it? I can tell you right now that the cotton is super soft and it's going to fit to your body really good, right? It's going to feel good on your body, right? Not tight fitting. It's going to feel real good on your body. And there's the email address if you want to email me, thewayneBreezy@gmail.com. The latest in 49ers news is going to be on WebZone. I'm looking to write more in this offseason, more editorials here, say. So I pay attention to that. And then quick shout out to our sponsors, Residency. You already know, bam, you can use the promo code SFBreezy. There's the link right there as well. And then we have a new sponsor. All right, you can see me rocking these Zennies. Now, listen, I don't have a promo code for Zenni, but Zenni Optical has a great array of glasses for you. And I tell you what, man, the prices are so low. I'm like, man, how are they making money? I don't know. But at the end of the day, if you want that Faithful to the Bay collection or the Kiddos collection, you're going to want to use this link. Now, the link will be in the description of the show. There's not necessarily a promo code at this moment, but if you click on this link, it'll take you right to the page. And I believe you'll save 10% on your purchase. All right. So check out, man. These are some cool joints right here. All right. Now, these might not be on the website, but if I can get more pairs of these ones that I'm wearing, I'll definitely let you know. But they come with a cool case. All right. And you can see, man, it's custom for the Niners. All right. Shout out to Zenni. I appreciate you over there at Zenni or whatnot. All right, man. That's a quick shout out to our sponsors. All right, man. Let's have some fun. I don't know what you guys were saying. I see a lot of cry Eagles cry in the chat. Shalom to everybody out there. Ashley Brown, what's going on? Everybody that didn't hit the like button, please make sure you hit it. If you're a member of the channel and I didn't give you shout out to you. Let's get down to this though, because the Kansas City Chiefs chiefed the Philadelphia Eagles. 38-35. I don't have anything in front of me. I really don't care. I just know. All right, let me be honest with you. I thought the Super Bowl hearsay was boring until the fourth quarter. Now, I'm not gonna lie. I fell asleep in the third quarter. That's how boring it was to me. And here's why it was boring. Raise your hand if you thought the Super Bowl was a little dry. And I think the reason why it was boring, because when I'm looking at this and I'm like, why would Wayne Breezy think that the Super Bowl was boring? And then nothing was more boring than that. What was that Super Bowl? Was it the Rams and the Patriots? The Rams and the Patriots? That had to be the most boring Super Bowl we've ever witnessed, known to man, right? It was like all defense. I think it was field goals and things like that. And no one scored a touchdown. It was crazy, right? So this Super Bowl was boring to me because it was like no Patrick Mahomes. Like the Eagles dominated, like they just dominated the time of possession, I thought, for the majority of the game. They dominated the time of possession for the majority of the game. I forgot to do a poll question, so I'm going to do a poll question right now. All right? Poll question right now. Bear with me. Sing the Jeopardy theme song, and I should be done by the time I finish writing. What was your favorite part of, we're going to talk about all of it, of SBLVII? Bam. Pregame. The game. Halftime show. Or the daggone commercials. That's what makes up the Super Bowl. Bam. I hope I spelled everything correctly or whatnot. What's going on, Benji and Dad Gaming Channel? What up, Breezy? Great morning. Last night, what did he say? Last night couldn't have happened to a better, more. I think I was more excited that the Eagles lost and Peachy shot. I don't even apologize to your son because your son was talking shit the whole time. So you can tell him that I don't apologize, but they deserve to lose. The amount of trash talking from Eagle fans was through the roof. It was bad. It was so bad. I don't mind losing. I don't mind losing. But at the end of the day, oh my gosh, at the end of the day, don't sit there and be a butthead or a had about it. Like, right? Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, don't be that. That's what they were. And they've been that. Matter of fact, like, how crazy was this? Ready? How surreal was it that the media focused more on what the 49er players were saying that whole week up into the Super Bowl? I've never seen anything like it. Oh my gosh. I've never seen anything like it. How surreal was it that the media, the national media, focused more on what the 49er players were saying about how the Eagles weren't this and the Eagles really weren't that and the Eagles were cap and this is that and the third and blah, 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 opposed to like the Eagles. That was crazy. I thought that was crazy to me. I thought that was crazy. We got a super chat contribution. I'm not even going to wait to the end of the damn segment of the show. I'm going to read them as I see them. Fish Whisperer, happy to bag those birds for y'all. All right, I got to ask you this question because if you had some type of bird to eat yesterday, thumbs up in the chat. I must have ate lemon pepper chicken wings until I put myself into a food coma. Like, I was eating them. I wanted, and here's, like, I didn't even want the Eagles to lose. I didn't even want them to lose. I kind of wanted the Eagles to win. I wanted the fans to lose. I'm telling you. Thank you for the contribution, Fish Whisperer. Again, look, I think we're more talking about the fans, right? Eddie G says, Wayne, because it was supposed to be us in the Super Bowl. I agree with that 100%. But like, I agree. I agree. I didn't want any carbs, Mark. I wanted bird. I had all the bird. Like I had chicken wings, which I normally eat just the drums. Like I normally eat the wingettes, which is the drumsticks and the flats. But then I also had the full legs too. I was like, I'm going all bird. You know what I'm saying? I see a lot of you on Facebook says I did. I like that. Oh, I've been meaning to ask you, Jan Ice. Is it Jan Ice or is it Jan Ice? I know you wrote it the way I should say it, but I want to make sure I'm saying it right so I don't get cursed out on Facebook because I respect it. I want to make sure I'm saying people's names right. Shout out to everybody with the thumbs up too. You guys have bird. I mean, that's one of the staples of football games. It's chicken wings. If you ask my man Mike, I gotta ask Mike, did he have his chicken wings? I mean, I know it's not a thing or whatever or whatnot, but because his team wasn't playing. It was supposed to be us in the Super Bowl, and that I wasn't coming at anybody like that. Ooh, Raphael 562. This is why I'm so glad today is one of those episodes where I ain't got shit to talk about, right? We don't talk about Super Bowl. That's it. That's all we got to talk about. I mean, next episode we'll get into a rest day. I don't know. How many times was Mahomes sacked? You tell me how many times Mahomes was sacked. I'm just gonna put up the fist in cuffs. Cause I got zero. I got zero. Any how real is it? Like, that contribution. I mean, that statement is, win a turnover battle, you win the game. And how crazy was it that, the Uncle Scott's in the building. Shout out to Uncle Scott. He gets the air horn. I don't see it posted right here in front of me, but I got my link, my screen over to the side. When you see me look this way, I'm looking at the laptop screen. Shout out to Uncle Scott, 2-month membership. Round of applause to Uncle Scott. He said Brandon Aiyuk told everyone about the Eagles. Aiyuk told everybody. Can I give another round of applause on the show? I'm not sure if this man gets his flowers or the credit that he deserves, but shout out to Brad Graham from SF 49ers. And I'm giving him a shout out for the simple fact that the hard work that he does, it goes unnoticed. I think he deserves a way more recognition in what he does. And getting Brandon Aiyuk, having Javon Kinlaw on the show was one thing. Having Brandon Aiyuk on his show was a whole nother thing. I sat there and watched the interview. It was nice. It was long, and it was good. But yes, He said it right there. I would say on international TV. That's what we do here when we stream live. With international TV, and it's pronounced Janice. Sorry, Brandon. I gotta hold on, Brandon. I mean, look, B, my bad. Uh, let me get back to this, and let me apologize right now to Brad because I was giving him his flowers. Let me get back to Brad. All right, so yeah, like he deserves his flowers. He's doing a great job. But having Brandon Ayuk was so good. It was really good for the faithful because we didn't know what we were gonna get. Niece, coming back. I'm coming back, Janice. I got you. I promise. Um, but that was cool because we needed that, right? We needed to hear from our players more on a personal on a personal level. And Ayuk said it on the show, right? You know what I'm saying? Like he said it on the show. And I thought that was really cool. And he said, look, man, look, they're gonna be exposed. You know, we didn't have our quarterback. When I watched the first couple of plays of that game, and I know I get mad, and I look at the injury, and I'm like, dang, he could have avoided the injury, but you can't really avoid injuries. It's football, right? You can't avoid them, right? You can't avoid them. When I look at it, I'm like, dang, I was arguing with my man Mose yesterday, and he was right, but damn, I just felt like still there's always an option in Kyle Shanahan's system. There's an option. I don't care if it's a decoy. I don't care if it's a what. There's an option. There's an option to throw the ball away. There's an option to step up in the pocket. There's an option to hit your check down. There's an option to hit the person that you're running it to because there was only two options on that throw. And then you had the decoy, which I still feel like was an option. And I'm not saying that he got himself injured, but I'm just saying there's always an option. That's why I kind of like I was trying to get to my argument. So Mose, I love you. But anyway, damn, we were supposed to be in this game. Unfortunately, we weren't. Brandon Ayuk was trying to tell everybody, listen, we didn't have our quarterback. And the reason why I even brought that up was for the simple fact that Purdy was looking good. It looks like he was going to take advantage of the middle of the field. So that's what I'm trying to get to my point. Looked like Purdy was about to take advantage in the middle of the field, except for that deep throw he was about to hit on that crossing route to Brandon Ayuk. That would have been a completed pass because Ayuk had his man beat. The Eagles defense didn't really look that good, particularly the secondary. I wanted to talk about the secondary because not only did Brandon Ayuk sit there and tell you that they was going to get exposed, Deebo Samuel, the wide receiver for the 49ers, number one wide receiver for the 49ers, goes on to I Am Athlete, and you got Brandon Marshall sitting here, and like you got Shady McCoy. Where's my man Collie at? I saw your comment in here. You got Shady McCoy. I thought they was about to fight. I really did. Like I thought Shady looked like an instigating mother sucker too. Like, right? Not saying he ain't got hands. He just looked like he the dude that's gonna, whatever. But I thought Deebo was about to get because Deebo looked like he got a little agitated on him. I'm not gonna play it because I don't want it to get flagged or whatever like that. But I remember it verbatim. Right? And here's the thing: like they asked Deebo. Deebo came out and started talking about your secondary. And he explained it. They was like, secondary. And so Shady was like, what do you mean the secondary? They got two all-pros. Deebo's first comment was their defensive line made them all-pros. Agree or disagree? Because even our defensive line helped our cornerbacks look better, right? So that's a true statement. Somebody could have said that about our secondary, and we could have been like, yo, that's a true statement. Right? I just wanted to make sure you was here. I wanted to give you props, bro, because I saw you talked about Shady in the chat. I just didn't get a chance to, pull it up. Pause. And so when he said that, I'm like, oh, okay, I see where Deebo going. So then he asked him about, what about, he said the only person in the secondary I respect is Darius Slay Jr. He's like, well, what about Bradbury? He's an all-pro. Trash. Speaking of Bradbury, if you're an Eagles fan, I know you pissed off. I can tell when y'all on your phone. When I'm on my computer, I don't get any emojis. I mean, Bradbury looked like trash in the game. I mean, look, Bradbury got the penalty on him or whatnot. Here's the thing I respect about Bradbury. Speaking of Bradbury, James Bradbury is about to be a free agent. Real quick, he's about to be a free agent. You think the 49ers might look into boasting up their secondary, bringing in an all-pro like James Bradbury? What do you guys think about that? Personally, if I'm going to take a couple of if I'm going to take anybody from the Philadelphia's defense, it's Brandon Graham. I don't even think I finished the question, Kenny, but maybe I did. You was just like, no. Bradbury was getting caught, in my opinion, all night. Now, listen, like I said, I watched the first half. I missed the third quarter up until when Kansas City scored at the end of the quarter. That's when I woke up. God was like, Breezy, get up. It's time. I'm like, you sure it's time? He's like, yeah, get up. You don't want to miss this. And I didn't miss that. They took the lead. And then next thing I'm knowing, like, oh, snap, we got us a ball game. I was like, oh, this is about to be a ball game. Matter of fact, I think they scored again, and then Philly ended up scoring to tie it. And then they got the 2-point conversion. I will say this about Philly. The difference between the Philadelphia Eagles and the Kansas City Chiefs, the difference between the two was the quarterback positioning. Y'all gonna be like, what you mean? Hold on. Breezy, love you, bro. You should feel much better, bro. They lost the Super Bowl. Ha, ha, ha. Yes, Niner Nation. Corey, I love you, too. And, yeah, but again, Corey, I picked the Eagles to win. I wanted the Eagles to win. I felt like I wanted to see some of those players win. I can't stand Patrick Mahomes. And it's almost like some of y'all can't stand Tom Brady. I can't stand Patrick Mahomes, probably because he's just the greatest quarterback that's playing football right now. He's the best quarterback in the NFL. There ain't no questions asked. Dude been to the Super Bowl, 4 times, won it twice. Or was it 3 times and won it twice, lost once? Come on. I'm just saying. Slay's not a free agent. He'll be there for a while. I did have a list of their free agents. If I had to pick from their free agents, all right, so they got Fletcher Cox, I believe, is about to be a free agent. Jason Kelsey is about to be a free agent. Him or Lane Johnson, one of the two. I know they're going to lose an offensive lineman. They got some pieces, some older pieces. You know what I'm saying? Troy, I can't stand that whole team. I just can't. I can't stand it. But Patrick Mahomes, he the GOAT right now. I mean, he's the GOAT. He's the GOAT. He's like the new guy that's coming in that's about to be the face of football for a long time. But that's the difference. The difference was him. And here's the difference, because Patrick Mahomes said it. So Niner Cali boy, this is why I asked the question, right? Well, the reason why I asked the question was Deebo calls him trash. The 49ers bring him in, and then they make each other better. And then you got to remember, Slay was on Deebo because Deebo was number one. Brandon Aiyuk was working the other routes, but you didn't get to see much of anything in that game. There was no quarterback. But and I would have loved to see. I could tell you right now, week 1, woo, if it's week 1, I don't know if it's week 1. Don't freaking quote me on that. I don't know if it's week 1. All right, you know what, Chiefs guy, you're in the building. You have been a subscriber to this channel. You know what? I'm just gonna give you a round of applause. Congratulations to Chiefs guy and his Kansas City Chiefs. Y'all did exactly what I thought y'all were gonna do. I knew y'all were going to be trailing, and I knew the greatest quarterback of this time was that however y'all want to say it, the GOAT, GOTT of this time. Greatest quarterback of this time is Patrick Mahomes, hands down. It ain't Josh Allen. It ain't Lamar Jackson. It ain't anybody else you could think of. It's your guy. What a pick. Great job. You're going to get the respect you deserve. You guys, team, not just team. All right, so everybody think it was Patrick Mahomes. Nah, my MVP goes to Kadarius Toney. And so everybody forgetting that he scored that go-ahead touchdown to tie the game. They ended up scoring another touchdown later to take the lead, but he scored that. On top of that, it was his return that got y'all to score again. If y'all don't give Toney his prop, I'm talking Kadarius Toney, kid from Florida, had Deebo Samuel comps coming out, couldn't get his mind right, couldn't get his body right in New York. They treated him like trash. I bet you they wish they had him now, because who was Daniel Jones throwing the ball to? Why did I get tongue tied on that? Not nobody. Richie James. Kadarius Toney saved that day. Now, if y'all want to give out MVPs, because I see my man Kali, their rookie running back. I like that. Isaiah P. I don't want to mess up his name. So, Chiefs guy, I wanted to give you your props for two things. One, your team did exactly what you were supposed to do. You came, you saw, you conquered. Boom. Also, I got to give you props for rocking out with your boy Breezy all season long, bro. Like, you've been with me since the old channel. Like, when the old channel got hacked, and you never left. So I appreciate you, fam. Like, I appreciate you. So as much as I don't like your team, I love you, if that makes any sense. So I appreciate you, man, and continue to rock out, man. And if you really love me, I know you tune in. Just become a member. That would be dope. You know what I'm saying? That would show how much you love me back. I was just playing with you. I appreciate you. What's going on, Fernando? I know you in here, bro. Shout out to Fernando. Thank you so much for posting today, the time of the show and things like that. We got a addendum to the poll question. The poll is missing an answer, and I forgot on YouTube. I think you could put up 5 choices. I think the end of the game where the Eagles lost. Oh man, it was just crazy. Kareem. I like this. I'm reading some of the comments. Kareem, who? That's cold, bro. That's cold. That's cold-blooded. That's you on your Rick James stuff right now. That's cold-blooded. You on your cold-blooded right now. Yes. Not only did their window close, in my opinion, they're losing both coordinators. They're losing. I thought the 49ers were losing. Well, the 49ers have 28 free agents, which 23 of them are unrestricted. And I'm going to work on breaking you stories on which ones I feel like we should keep. This is down the third. So we got a long offseason. But the Eagles got some star players. I think they got more stars on their free agent list, and they're older. You know what I mean? And so, yeah. I think their window was gone. Ashley Brown, to answer your poll question, nothing about it because I didn't watch. I'm happy the Seagulls, I like that, lost. Friends were talking trash when the 49ers lost. I'm telling you, man. Listen, like, we was getting it up until like the day of the Super Bowl. John V says Sirianni got caught being cocky, and I loved every second. Let's talk about Sirianni for a minute. Listen, we got some time, so let's talk about the Super Bowl from the beginning. All right, let's go back to the beginning. And let's get to the. I thought Lift Every Voice and Sing was okay. Me personally, I don't think that's a song that should be sung as a lead singer. So if you watch the pre, it wasn't a lead singing song. So when I say the pre-show, it's going to include Lift Every Voice and Sing, America the Beautiful by Babyface, and then the Star Spangled Banner, right? So that was the pre-show to me. That was the whole pre-show. What was the name of the lady that sung Lift Every Voice and Sing? I know she's an actress. She can definitely sing. Something Ralph. I feel like that's her name. I can't remember, but I know she was an actor. I remember her mostly from Sister Act 2. Rita Louise Watson, you better get your behind in here. She's actually on that new show, Abbott Elementary, as well. Cheryl Ralph. Thank you, Jacqueline. Sharon Lee Ralph. Thank you, Janice. I said it right. Bam. Felicia, Cheryl Lee Ralph. Appreciate you. I thought it was okay. I thought she did a great rendition of it, but I feel like that's more of a congregational song. And it would have been just as great if they just had the choir sing it. And I'd have been in that stadium, like, singing it loud and proud, like, you know what I mean? So it was all right. It wasn't the best rendition. I mean, I feel like we do it better in church. We actually felt like we did a better rendition at church on Sunday. I'm gonna have to get the copy and let you hear it. But it started off with that, so it was good. But then I thought Babyface sung America the Beautiful. Now I'm gonna keep it a buck. Okay, I'm gonna keep it a buck. America the Beautiful, for me, she was the mom on Moesha. How can I forget that? How can I forget that? You're right, Kenny. Babyface 916 underscore 49. Babyface was dope. Babyface is the smoothest motherfucking. He's the coolest motherfucking singer there is out there. Babyface is like today's version of Smokey Robinson. They just cool. The way they sing it, the way they play, and I thought America the Beautiful sounded dope. Now, what happens is there's only one America the Beautiful that was dope, and that was the greatest version rendition. And did Aretha Franklin do a version? I felt like she did. Her version might have been great as well, but Ray Charles's was the best that I've ever heard. She was one of the original Dream. She was Felicia. I didn't know that. She used to sing with Diana Ross. Are you serious? Damn, learn something new every day. Every day. Felicia, thank you. I did not know that. She could sing. Don't get it twisted. I just feel like that particular song, in my opinion, that particular song, it just deserves it needs a congregation. That's what I'm trying to say. Ray Charles did America the Beautiful the best, but I thought Babyface did it the coolest, if that makes any sense. You know, he's singing America the Beautiful, and I'm thinking Whip Appeal. Somebody told me there were troubles at home. Yeah, I'm telling you, Babyface is cool. And no one does it like me. I'm telling you, oh, beautiful for spacious skies forever. Yo, he killed it. It was smooth. It was cool, right? It was cool. So if you don't get a chance to if you missed it, you got to go back and watch the pregame show. And then I'm gonna tell you right now, I don't give what nobody said. Chris Stapleton is one of the greatest American voices of all time. I don't know if I should have said American voices, but he's American, so I said American voices. The Star Spangled Banner. I know people don't like the song, and I get it. Y'all get deep with it. Understood, man. This is not for you, but I'm gonna leave this comment right here. Oh, you said no to the movie Dreamgirls. My bad. All right. Chris Stapleton killed it, y'all. It wasn't Whitney. It wasn't big. It was raw. Pause. It was so raw. It was like, oh, snap. You stripped that song down booty butt naked, and you just got an acoustic guitar? I mean, it had some extra bells and whistles later on as he continued to sing it. I wasn't listening. It was so raw. And I'm like, oh, he didn't get past he hit a harsh note in that song, and I was like, yes, God. Yes. And then he toned it right back down to his voice. Chris Stapleton is one of the greatest singers of all time, Grammy Award-winning singer-songwriter. Chris Stapleton is a country singer. He's done songs with Justin Timberlake. Hell, he just did the damn Grammys with Stevie Wonder. Brandy said Chris was amazing. It was raw. And so it's like, it hit me a little different. Nick, and that's why I brought it up. First of all, Nick Sirianni wasn't the only person crying. I saw a little thug tear from Chris Jones, and I saw tears from Jason Kelce. I don't know if that was his last moment or what, but the tears were for real. And America's been through a lot of stuff, and I think it needed that rawest moment in that song. Thank you, Chris Stapleton, for not giving us the bells and whistles and giving it to us ODB style. Y'all didn't get that joke. Ooh, baby, I like it raw. Yeah, I'm just playing. But that's what it was. It was raw, man. Jacqueline said she was crying. Brandy said he was amazing. He could sing. Listen, Tennessee Whiskey is one of my favorite songs. It's in my repertoire. It's one of the songs I could sing. The hardest part of the song is doing the riff. You know what I'm saying? When you get to you're as warm like a glass of brandy. The word warm, the way he sings the word warm has you warm. let that sink in. No pause. It is what it is. But yo, Chris, and that was your pregame. And then it was kickoff, and then it was football, and the Eagles scored, bam, bam, punched in the mouth. But then the Kansas City Chiefs came back down, and then bam, punch them in the mouth. So look, I'm going through the poll question, right? So we had the pregame. So if you missed it, boom, I gave you the pregame. And now we get to the game. The game was bam, bam. And then it didn't slow down. The Eagles were leading 14-7 for a minute. And then I was realized this game is boring as hell because there's not enough Patrick Mahomes. I realized that I wanted to watch the Super Bowl only because I wanted to see Patrick versus Jalen Hurts. And if you're an Eagles fan, be happy because Jalen Hurts is nice. He's dope. Jalen Hurts is dope. That's my word. DOPE. Dope. Yep. 90s baby all the way. I mean, I'm an 80s baby, but 90s was when I was living. Dope. He's dope. I mean, what? 4 touchdowns, 3 rushing touchdowns. He was getting the ball down the field. It was a lot. A couple of throws got called back, had a fumble. He was dope. We got a super chat contribution, guys. Let's go ahead and get it in here. My man, Modern Day J. Dying to know what team you're a fan of. Never knew the Niners were such crybabies. I'm curious to know. First of all, I appreciate the contribution. I'm curious to know why you feel this way. And don't forget, a lot of people call us the 40 whiners. I get it. And they call us the 40 whiners because things just never seem to work out in our favor. That's why. So we're definitely whining. I just want to remind you, though, you will be thoroughly respected, okay? In the chat, but they're going to come at you for this. So just get ready. He's a Philly fan. But bro, y'all been talking shit. Listen, all right, it's one thing. All right, let me ask you this, right? Let's say you was in a fight. Now, I don't want to use fighting. I don't want to get kicked off YouTube. Let's say you were in a race. Say we were in a race and we were in cars and we were in a race, right? My tire blew out. Now, it's part of the game. And you wanted to beat the best. So you know to be the best, you got to beat the best. And you didn't get the best performance out from beating the best. I'm trying to break it down to why 49er fans probably felt some type of way. And so it was more like y'all won and we gave y'all credit for winning. Oh, you're not an Eagles fan. My bad. Okay. I don't know. But the thing is this. For Eagles fans, well, then this is to Eagles fans. For Eagle fans, it was more like, okay, y'all won. Focus on the Chiefs. Y'all beat us. We get it. But let's keep it a buck. We ain't have no fucking quarterback. And at the end of the day, yeah, y'all injured him. No doubt. That's what you're supposed to do. You take players out. I get it. And then let the 49ers go through their adversity and try to figure it out. And y'all beat us. Y'all did. Eagles beat the Niners. But the way they talked the shit after, it was just like they had, like they didn't realize what happened. And it was just like, come on, man, we're not even trying to give no excuses to why we lost. That's not what we're doing here. But y'all act like we had a quarterback to defend ourselves. Bro, we was on and our fourth, he came back in the game, man. He came back in the game and couldn't throw a ball. Now, again, if you're an Eagle fan, you take advantage of that. You do that. You do your thing, and it's cool. But don't be mad when the players come out and tell people that y'all about to be exposed. You know, you want to know why Brandon Aiyuk said what he said? Thank you for the contribution too, by the way. You want to know why Aiyuk said what he said? A, he was pissed off. B, he felt like they had the bad card, right? Boom, right? And then C, mother freakers had a quarterback. They had Patrick Mahomes. He knew from the jump. All right, so let's talk about all, because maybe Eagles are mad at the 49er players. Let's talk about it. It started with Brandon Aiyuk. He was on the SF Niner show with Brad, right? Boom. He came out and said they were going to get exposed. Cool. Next thing you know, I think George Kittle might have been the interview where he said, nope, sorry. Robbie Gold was on that 33rd team joint, and he was like, listen, man, it's going to come down to experience. And I think personally, the experience is going to win this Super Bowl, man. This is what I think, yo. Look, Jalen Hurts is beatable. Like, this is how you beat him. And people were like, oh, he is a freaking kicker. What does he know? He's a kicker. He doesn't know anything. Cool. He came out and said what he said. George Kittle says, well, if the Eagles want to stand a chance in this game, they're going to have to stop the best player in the game, Travis Kelce. You got to figure out how to take him out. Who couldn't the Eagles stop yesterday? It was Travis mother-loving Kelce, which I can't stand, by the way. I really can't stand Travis Kelce, but he's great. He's dominant. He's consistent. He finds a way to stay healthy, and it is what it is. Travis Kelce, the 49ers literally were giving the Eagles the motherfucking blueprint. On top of that, I don't know if this was true or not. And Rappaport comes out with a statement before the game, like he does every game, so this could have been some fluffernutter or whatever, and he comes out and says that Vic Fangio was hired to work with the Eagles defensive line. I'm just saying, before the game, I'm just saying, I'm not, and I'm saying he was a consultant with the Niners. Listen, when you're a consultant, you go get that money. So the players weren't necessarily being salty. They were just coming out spitting the obvious, and Eagle fans didn't want to sit there and they wanted to feel like they beat the Niners. You did beat the Niners. You absolutely won the game. But here's what the Eagles did. They won the game, but they didn't beat the Niners. That's what happened. They won the game, but they didn't beat the Niners. The Niners beat themselves. They couldn't stay healthy. They couldn't block. They couldn't stop runs. All of a sudden, they couldn't do the shit that they was doing all year long. Eagles didn't do anything. Jalen Hurts looked like far from MVP in that game. Granted, he had a rush touchdown, I believe. I had 2 rushing touchdowns in that game. This is what he does. Oh, I do want to point this out here, by the way. Not one Eagle fan complains when Jalen Hurts runs the ball. All right, that's a side note. Don't get mad at me, Niners. I'm just saying, Niners Nation, Empire, whatever it is you want to be called, don't be mad at me because I don't hear one Eagle fan complaining when Jalen Hurts runs the ball. I don't hear one Buffalo Bill fan complain when Josh Allen runs the ball. I don't hear one Baltimore Raven fan complain, and that motherfucker been hurt more than any of the quarterbacks that I'm mentioning right now. When Lamar Jackson runs the ball, I don't hear Andy Reid saying shiznit when motherfucking Patrick Mahomes runs the ball on a high ankle sprain that got retweaked in this game, and he ran like a 30-yard run. Just let the run. If the quarterback's going to run, let him motherfucking run. Some are designed, some are not. I get it. Stop complaining. I will say that. Leave it to be. Trey Lance, he can run. He's not a running back, but he can run. Once he figures that shit, once Trey Lance figures out that concept to his game, that's a whole nother level of football we have not seen since Colin Kaepernick, because I think Trey Lance is better than Colin Kaepernick. Excuse me, I know Trey Lance is going to be better than Colin Kaepernick because he can read a defense. He's not a one-read guy. His read, though, is, man, I'm trying to get the ball down the field. Like that short game shit. I'd rather have 70 yards than a 5-yard going 70 yards. That's Trey. But once he puts all that together, good golly, oh molly. I'm just saying, we got to just chill out. That was a side note. I had to get back to where I was venting on. But the Eagles won. I don't think they necessarily beat the 49ers. And I think that's why the players basically were coming out saying what they were saying. Look, y'all beat us. I mean, y'all won. Y'all won the game. Did y'all really beat us, man? Because look, let's keep it a buck. It's not like the Niners didn't have Brock Purdy before the game and then they prepped and had a plan for, oh my gosh, he was so trash, I can't remember his name. Who's our 4th-string quarterback? Him. I can't remember his name. That's how irrelevant he was. You get what I'm saying? But anyway, I'm just saying that to say the simple fact that I'm not okay. I'm just saying that to say, and that's what made the players really come out and speak up. But they were asked a question. They were asked a question about, like, the Eagles. And they wanted to give their true feelings about it. Y'all get mad when players, Josh Johnson, thank you, Tara Dome, the Bishop, everybody said it, and I appreciate it. But Joe, he was so irrelevant, like I totally forgot his name. Like, how I forgot the number 10's name? Remember number 10? I'm not talking about Jimmy Garoppolo. Jimmy Garoppolo was probably the greatest number 10 to ever put on a 49er uniform. Actually, I think that was his curse. He should have never chose number 10. That's where Jimmy effed up. Jimmy took number 10. You don't wear number 10. Matter of fact, I'm not for burning jerseys in the NFL. But number 10 for the San Francisco 49ers needs to be burnt. Burned in the oven. Get rid of it. Erase the number from 49ers legacy. Nope, won't say the name. All I'm going to say is it's a number 10. And if y'all know who number 10 is, because y'all been with the Niners for years, y'all been rocking with the Niners for years, then you will understand. Eagles fans, if you're watching this, it sucks to be you right now. I know. Hey, I tell you what, we got beat by Patrick Mahomes too. I know how that shit feels, man. I can tell you that right now. We were, matter of fact, Eagle fans, we were up with 8 minutes and 32 seconds left. Up by 10 too. We got beat. Listen, Patrick Mahomes is the greatest quarterback right now. Wait a minute. Bomber T, wait a minute, A. Wait a minute, Bomber T, wait a minute, A. What are you talking about? What did I say negative? Anybody watching the show, what did I say negative about number 10? What did I say negative about number 10? What I said was the reason why Jimmy Garoppolo struggled is because he wore number 10. Make the correlation, my friend. There was a number 10 on the 49ers whose name I won't say, who just messed it up. I felt like the number 10 should have been burnt. Jimmy could have chose any other number. I don't care if that's the number he wore. Pick a different number. Number 10. Flashbacks. I didn't say anything negative about Jimmy Garoppolo. For the first time, all I said was he shouldn't have chose number 10. That probably was why he stayed injured. I'm just going to say that. That's all I'm saying. Anyway, here's the difference, right? Between beat and winning. Because this was what happened to the Niners. The Eagles beat the shiznit out of the 49ers. The Eagles got beat by the Kansas City Chiefs. And when you look at the score, it looks like the Eagles beat the shiznit out of the Niners. But there's so much context, and none of the Eagles fans, content creators, or what wanted to focus on the context. The national media did, though. This is the first time ever on my show I'm going to give the national media credit. First time. Round of applause to the national media. First time. Why? Every preface on every question that they asked the 49ers, when they asked them about who was going to win the Super Bowl, they prepped it with the fact that you lost your quarterback, blah, 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 all that good stuff. That was the preface that they did before they even asked a 49er player who did they think they were going to win. That's it. That's what happened. Delvin Thomas, Super Chat contribution. Oh, he did. Did you hear this? I forgot we still talking about the game. Delvin Thomas, salt on my wounds again. Terry Bradshaw has got to be the biggest motherfreaking hater I've ever seen. Why even bring this up, Terry? Why bring it up? We knew what was going to happen. We all saw Patrick Mahomes. We know what Patrick Mahomes is going to do. Mahomes is going to Mahomes. We know that. I know they were trailing at the half. Matter of fact, that's why I went to sleep. He said that bullshit right there. I knew. Like, why bring up what he did to the 49ers? Why? You know, the whole first of all, 49ers are probably top 3 fan bases in the NFL. maybe top 1 when it comes to traveling, but just all around like top 3. Because I feel like the Cowboys is number 1, Steelers maybe number 2, then the Niners number 3, or however you want to put them in whatever your order is. Cool, whatever. And the Patriots fans is up there too. Sorry, Patriots. Y'all had a run. Y'all had a dynasty for 20 plus years, but they would be in my top 5, right? And I'm trying to figure out who that 4th team fan base would be. But anyway, these are my numbers, right? And the reason why I'm saying that is to say this mother sucker had a nerve. And mind you, they're the only team with 6 Super Bowl wins too, by the way. So for Terry Bradshaw to bring this up, I was like, man, you couldn't think of nothing else to say, bro. You want to talk about flashbacks? Jeez, flashbacks. Like, if you want to talk about flashbacks, good gosh, that was a flashback. Shout out to Miss Debbie, who works behind the scenes for me during every show when she's able to watch. She is getting stuff. So I just want to read to you guys number 10s. You ready? Number 10s. Here we go. I was talking about the number 10 being with the 49ers. I don't give a fuck if I'm all over the place. This is my show. I just feel like being all over the place. I don't have anybody on here as today, so I'm just going to be all over the show. All right? Anyway, back to number 10. We were talking about Jimmy Garoppolo wearing number 10. He should have never even took that number. Here are some of the players that wore number 10. Matt Barr in 81. I'm going to try to go in chronological order, so my apologies. Let me reverse this. You ready? 1964, George Mira. Don't know who he is. Okay. 1974, Dennis Morrison. All right. 1978, Mike Connell. When I know somebody, you're going to know. 1981, Matt Barr. I know who Matt Barr is. Didn't know he played for the 49ers, though. I missed 1975 because obviously I just can't read. Oh, you know what, Breezy? Click on the goddamn link. Boom. All right, here we go. 1975, Steve Mike Mayer. 87, Ed Blunt. Now I know who that is. Klaus Wilsmeyer in 92. Pat Barnes, 99. PJ Fleck, 2004. Here's where everybody's going to remember the 49ers. You ready? Here we go. All right. This is where it started. I don't know any of them cats before then. This is when the curse started. Curse started 2010. KW. I will not say his motherfreaking name on my show. I just won't. And here's why I won't say the name on my show. A really good friend of mine who was managing me at the time threw myself and her brother a birthday party. It was a dope birthday party because it was the NFC Championship game. I told her I didn't want to be there, but her and her brother and I are diehard 49er fans, and we share the same birthday. How cool was that, right? And so DJ Rex from Hot 93.7 here in Connecticut, right? So I'm at this party, and I'm like, it was going good. It was cool. It was cool. And then the inevitable happened. Not once, but twice. Kyle Williams. I'm going to say the goddamn name. Kyle Williams, right? I don't know where he is. I'm hoping he's doing all right mentally because he disappeared. Like literally fell off the face of the planet. I don't even know. He just disappeared, right? So Kyle Williams wore it 2010 to 2013. Bam, here we go. Bruce Ellington was drafted by the 49ers. He wore number 10. Let me ask you this. The year he wore number 10, 14 to 15, what the hell did Bruce Ellington do? I tell you what, you don't know because he stayed injured. Bruce Ellington's name didn't start resonating bells until he went to the freaking Houston Texans. Bam. Here comes Jimmy Garoppolo. Now, this is weird because it said Kendrick Bourne wore the number first before Jimmy. So Kendrick Bourne actually wore number 10. And remember, he couldn't catch the ball? Then when Jimmy Garoppolo got here, they switched the number. Jimmy took 10 because that was his number. Once Jimmy took 10, what happened to Jimmy? I'm just saying. The number 10, I don't care about any of the players up until 2010. 2010 is when it matters. Number 10 needs to be burnt. I'm with Peachy. Get rid of the number. It just don't work. Find another number. Find a different number. It didn't work for wide receivers, and it damn sure didn't work for a quarterback. And so this isn't I'm not getting mad at Jimmy. I'm just saying the number 10. Remember he said Pterodome. Duke, really? Really? We getting into our music. Speaking of Pterodome, we got to get back to Terry Bradshaw's comment. Thank you for the super chat. It says, ask Terry Bradshaw, oh gosh, does he remember what number 56 Cowboys Hollywood Henderson said about him? He can't spell cat. If you spotted him, the K and the T. I don't know about that, but that is funny as heck, bro. That is fun. I didn't say retire it. I'd say burn it. Like, I don't burn jerseys, but take that number and get rid of it and then remove it from San Francisco. Don't even let the water boy wear number 10. Like, I just feel like number 10 has been cursed since what happened with Kyle Williams, man. Listen, we were talking about the Super Bowl game when it got great, right? Show's almost over. Super Bowl got good at the end of the third quarter. It was Patrick Mahomes' time. I think it punched the Eagles in the mouth. And even though they responded, you got to give Eagles credit because the team responded. Jalen Hurts is dope. If you're an Eagles fan and you're watching this show, y'all got a dope quarterback. Now, y'all going to be missing some pieces on the offensive line next year. Y'all going to be missing Miles Sanders as the running back. Y'all going to be missing a lot of pieces on that defense. But at least you got some weapons for him. I don't know if you'll be able to protect him in 2023, but he had an amazing MVP type of season in 2022. And if he didn't get injured, there's a possibility that he would have won the MVP. I just don't think the Eagles would have lost the game. But he didn't. That didn't happen. Jalen Hurts is dope. Here's why he's dope, and here's why they lost. All right, so let's get to Jalen Hurts is just a dynamic quarterback in the game. The difference between him and Patrick Mahomes, experience. Patrick Mahomes came out and stated, yo, when I was first trying to do this and I was first here, I was trying to do it all by myself and I wasn't relying on my team. And I realized that in order for us to win and be successful, teamwork makes the dream work. Now, I'm not saying Jalen Hurts didn't rely on his team, but there was nothing Hurts could do because even the Chiefs made so many mistakes in the secondary. They made mistakes in the lanes and their responsibilities. There was one play where Jalen Hurts was able to rush because Frank Clark didn't set the edge. He didn't contain. And I was like, dude, you got to stay here. Because the moment you move forward, you're going untouched, bro. What do you think was going to happen? You ain't getting to him. But yo, he took off. And so, like, look, all I'm saying is the difference between the two quarterbacks clearly was experience. You got to give and tip your hat to Patrick Mahomes because he's been there. He's done that. He's been on his Dr. Dre. And so Mahomes was able to really rely on his team. Their running back, Isaiah P., was definitely that breath of fresh air. McKinnon gave him some good reps. Travis Kelce was probably the best offensive player. And then if Kadarius Toney doesn't return that kickoff and get you to the 5-yard line or wherever they got to, we're talking a different story. Now, there was a penalty called at the end of this game. Was he held? I got to talk about this before I jump off the show and get to the poll question, because I've never been yelled at by anybody in my entire life. If you're on Twitter, I got yelled at by Uncle Sherman. And I'm like, dude, Uncle Sherman tweeted, refs can't call that. Man, you know what? Let me read the goddamn tweet. So and you tell me if I was yelled at, because I felt like I was yelled at. And I was like, damn, my bad. And I'm like, dude, I'm older than you. You can't be yelling at me, dog. I'm about to yell back. But then I realized I'm going to get blocked. So I was like, nah, I don't want to get blocked by Sherman because Sherman's been cool with me this whole time. So let me go ahead and just get the tweet out. But I got yelled at last night, and I don't know why. I'm like, Sherman, that ain't even your team, dog. All right, so here's what happened. So Richard Sherman tweets, this is the Super Bowl. You cannot call that. So I said, but he held him. He responded. He did not hold him. All I'm thinking is Seattle Seahawk Richard Sherman. God dang, why he yelling at me, man? I ain't mad, bro. This ain't even my team. I don't even got this ain't my team. I'm just a hold as a hold. There was no jersey pull to be seen. It's the Super Bowl. You let them play. Now, I don't disagree with his take. I got to get Sherm on the show. Kylie, I'm working on it, bro. I promise, man. I got to get him on the show. Because I want to ask him, hey, man, were you yelling at me? Because he was held. So then, shout out to everybody that responded to my tweet to him, and they started putting the pictures up. They started putting this, and then, shout out to James Bradbury for just being accountable and saying, "Hey, yo, I did hold him. That was the right call. Whatever." So, like, I do agree with Richard Sherman saying you got to let him play. But you can't do something and it might not have been blatant to our eyes, but it was blatant to whoever the official was right there. Now, Eagle fans, you might be salty. Okay, I get it. Trust me. But don't whine now, motherfuckers, because when we whine about not getting calls, y'all call us 40 whiners. What the you want us to call y'all? Cry, Eagles, cry? Don't cry me that river bullshit right now because, hey, you shouldn't let the game come down to that penalty. Bradbury, trash comment by Deebo Samuel to make this show full circle is kind of where we was going. And so, said he was trash. Said that he benefited from their defensive line being great. If you agree with that, cool. If you disagree with that, cool. Make sure you guys go out there, like those shorts that I'm putting up, man. It's all love. Let's get to the poll question. What a great and amazing show. Appreciate you guys. Hit the like button right now. If you did not hit the like button, I'm yelling at you to hit the like button because people like to be yelled at, I think. Uncle Sherm, if you watching, it's all love, bro. I just thought it was a hold. I mean, to me, I saw it. I don't know if you watch a game on. You might have been there, so you didn't see it like I saw. But if you were at home like I was at home, I got 85 inches I'm working with, bro. Pause. It's a lot of inches. It's pretty big. Pause. But what I'm trying to say is I saw a hold. I saw something. At the end of the day, the refs are either going to call it or they're not going to call it, and they called it on that joint. So that's kind of like what I got, you know what I mean, from that particular thing, man. But shout out to Uncle Sherm for even responding to little old Breezy. I thought that was pretty cool, man. What was your favorite part of the Super Bowl? Oh, my gosh. We didn't talk about the halftime show. Real quick, we can't go anywhere. I see the numbers dropping, and I'm like, wait, I'm not done. We were still talking about the game. Halftime show. Riri. Did she smash the halftime show, or was it like comme ci, comme ça? Anybody speak French out there? It means it was all right. I'm dying to know what you guys thought. Personally, I thought she sounded amazing. I couldn't really tell what was recorded. I was able to tell what was pre-recorded because when she stopped singing her overdubs or over top of the music, you can hear that it was slightly fainter, slightly faint, but her voice was perfect. I don't know if they sing with auto-tune live, but yeah. So we got some stuff in here. Halftime show was garbage. This is why we're here, man. This is why we're here. Peachy says she was pregnant and killed it. See, I don't want to put the pregnant part in there because I don't want to throw her no slack. I thought she sounded amazing. I think for Super Bowl, though, it's a performance, right? And so it's more like I want to see some dancing, some moving, some whatever. Like, look, shout out to Riri. being pregnant and her getting on them platforms. Because I'm like, I wouldn't have got on those platforms if I wasn't pregnant. Like, not me. You ain't gonna have me up in that air, but whatever. You know what I'm saying? Wasn't good as last year's show. And I wonder though, Paul, if that's because we were so amped to hear Dr. Dre, who ain't been around for like decades, who sold his rights, who sold beats. I don't know if it was that. You know what I'm saying? So like, yeah, like I thought she was good. Um, she did end the song with Diamond. If you guys watched the Patreon, I did an exclusive show about why you should watch the Super Bowl. It's called Breezy This, Breezy That. So check it out. So that's one of the shows you're gonna get for Patreon members. But it was on there, and I said that song was either gonna be the beginning, the opener, or the closer, and it was the closer. So, look, I thought she looked amazing. Congratulations to her and her new bundle of joy. But I don't think she was blown out. She sounded great. Like it's just that the Riri that I'm used to seeing, I wanted to see like you compare her to Beyonce. There's no comparison, and there was reasons like why Whitney Houston probably didn't do the halftime show because I don't think she would have been able to give you that type of a performance. I think she would have gave you a great song, like great. So like she had great vocals, but like I want to know like what she had did at the Super Bowl. Like you know what I'm saying? So like I kind of feel like but Rihanna to me had hits but she couldn't move and perform the way I thought she would have did. Umbrella was dope, but she should have called out Jay. And now if she would have called out Jay-Z, no clouds in my stones, like that would have did it. That would have did. Was that what you getting? Was that what you were getting from the Squid Game costumes? I didn't know how to pertain to this because I feel like there's innuendos in everything, right? So she came out in all red, and then they came out in all white. So I'm thinking, I'm scared to say this on the air. She was pregnant, so I'm thinking, can I say sperm? Sperm to egg, baby. That's just what I was thinking. That's what I don't know if I should say it, even though I already said it, but that's kind of like what I was getting. But if you got a different interpretation of it, wait, there was a sperm to egg meme? I didn't even know. I promise you I didn't know. I promise you. I don't remember Beyonce being pregnant, but you're right. You're right. She probably was, and boom, 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 boom. Oh, you said it. You be on it, bro. Yo, let's create that meme. Yo, there was some cool memes about that. Yo, it was like whoever did the Magic Johnson white blood cells meme should just be banned from Twitter, bro. Like he's got to go. Like he's got to go. Steve, if she would have brought out Kanye for Run This Town and Jay-Z on Umbrella, he didn't even have to do his verse on Run This Town. But if Kanye would have came out in that joint, man, it just would have took her show, especially. But you know what? I read, and this is what I read about the Super Bowl performers, that they don't get paid. The reason why Rihanna was probably doing that is because she got something about to come out. She's either she can't be going on tour, right? But she's about to blow up. There was a dope thing put out about what artists get. They start at one point in their career, they do the Super Bowl performance, and that jumps up like quadruple the time. Like it's just crazy. Okay. I mean, listen, look, I thought Rihanna was dope. Not dope. That's the wrong word. I thought Jalen Hurts was dope. I thought Rihanna was great. I thought she could sing. It's just not the performance that I thought I was going to get from Riri. And it's not no disrespect to her show, But in modern day, if I'm going to take it back to the 90s, I felt like Rihanna gave me not the 90s, 2000s. I felt like Rihanna gave me an Ashanti type of performance. Is that okay? That's my comparison. When I thought Rihanna was gonna give me Pon the Replay, I thought I was gonna get some boom, 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 boom. She did do the butterfly though. Did you peep the butterfly? The butterfly was dope. The butterfly was dope. So I'm going to say this, and I know I shouldn't say it, but since T-Bear 1040 came in and said this, I don't think it was boring, but I was dozing off while I was recording it. I'll leave it at that. All right. Poll question. What was your favorite part of the Super Bowl? Was it the game, the commercials, halftime show, or pregame? And everybody, 49% of you guys that voted, and there was a lot of you, shout out to the 156 votes, it was the actual game. Y'all paid attention to the game. So I think what happened was I dozed off during the halftime show and woke up at the end of the third quarter. I don't know. I can't remember. That's what happened. Was she flying? I know I saw her on platforms, but I got to show you the video because I got a video and then you see it go down. Like, I'm like, oh, quick, get up. Like, Collie says he thought Prince had the all-time best performance. You know what? I'm going to take that to Patreon. Who had the best Super Bowl performance? Personally, I thought it was Janet Jackson and Justin Timberlake. Personal reasons. But Michael Jackson's joint was crazy because he had the whole stadium singing like Heal the World, bro. Like the whole stadium, like literally. Like Michael Jackson had the best like Michael Jackson gave you the oh my gosh. Prince probably was number 2. I thought the Bruno Missy B was kind of dope. Beyonce's joint was dope. It is what it is. But great show, guys. Appreciate you guys. Thanks for jumping in here. Listen, I'll be back on Wednesday. There may be a 2-show type of Wednesday. I'm working on something with Travis King, so we're looking to put together a early evening show for you guys. But the Wayne Breezy Show will be here at 11 a.m. Make sure you guys tune in. Don't forget to hit that like button. Again, don't forget to check out all of our sponsors, Residency. All right, make sure you use that promo code right there, and then the new Zenni. The link will be in the description of the show right after the show. So make sure you guys go ahead and check that out. All right. I appreciate you guys. I love you guys. Stay up, stay faithful. Did I miss anything? I hope I didn't. I hope I didn't miss anything. All right. But yeah. Yo, I could talk to y'all for hours. I gotta go get my feet checked out. So y'all gotta let me go. I got an appointment for my feet, and I'm not going to like a pedicure. No. It's time for Breezy to get some orthotics. Once I hit 40, I knew I needed them, but I was like, nah, I could wait till I'm like 45. And then I did a couple of gigs this weekend, and it was just like, nah, bro. It's time to go get them orthotics, bro. It's time. So I love y'all. I missed your super chat, Sean. I'm sorry. Wait, let me get back. Hold up, because I highlight them, and I might have overlooked them. Did I miss a few super chats? There it is. I hope I didn't miss a few super chats. Sean says, he gets the foghorn. Philly fans saying it hurts. Yeah. I don't know what Philly fans are saying. Right now, they should be going in, hiding into the Homer Simpson bush or something like this. You know what I'm saying? That's what they should be doing. All right. So yeah. That's what they should be doing. But listen, I appreciate you guys. Thanks for jumping on, man. The numbers were great today. Let's do it again on Wednesday, guys. Let's do it again on Wednesday. Listen, Wednesday, I'm looking to bring in, it's time to start breaking down. It's right now, 30 days till free agency starts, 28 days, right? Until that legal tampering period begins. All right. So free agency hits first. So I'm going to be focusing on 49ers free agents, ones they should keep, ones they should go after. I'm going to give it to you in a few different ways. Make sure you check out the Instagram. Make sure you follow in there. There's going to be reels there. There's going to be reels on TikTok. There's going to be YouTube shorts, all that good stuff, man. Look for a lot of content to be coming out your way. Shout out to everybody that helps Breezy do what he does. I appreciate the team. I appreciate you, PG, and everybody else out there. You guys know what it is you guys do. Love y'all. Stay up, stay faithful. Always keep it nitty gritty. Nitty gritty tonight, 7 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. The whole crew will be in the building. Nitty gritty every Monday, 7 p.m., man. Make sure you guys tune in. Thanks for watching.